Are you having challenges in your relationship right now? And specifically, is it all being caused by something your partner is doing or not doing?
That's right. Is she or he doing the same pattern again and again and again, and you're feeling drained, exhausted, you don't know what to do anymore?
So we saw a client recently. In fact, it was a couple who invited us to meet them. And we met up and we were actually invited by the guy. It was the guy that was really motivated to try and fix the problem, this challenges that he was having. And he'd invited us along and his partner was there too.
That's right. And at the beginning, we clearly saw that she was totally disengaged from the conversation. But very soon, she started to become engaged when she started to talk about the problems that she was having at work.
Yeah, it became very clear there was some dynamics going on. So as she was telling her story and getting really emotional, we could see the interaction between them, and he was looking really like his soul was being sucked out of him. He was almost like leaning, slumping on the table as he was hearing this story from his partner.
That's right. She was speaking in French. I could understand nothing of what she was saying, but I understood everything by her emotional body language, the tonality of voice with the anger underlying, the way she looked.
So we could see there's some dynamics going on here for sure. But the interesting thing is, it was the guy that was really more motivated to fix the problem. I think what he was looking for was that we were going to fix her. Basically,
That's
she
right.
thought having this conversation would mean that we would come in and deal with her challenges, so that they could
That's
then
right.
continue with their relationship.
That's right. So basically, the guy was externalizing, he was blaming her, but actually, he was in pain because the relationship is not working because of the challenges that she is having and not being able to resolve.
So the question then is, does that ever really work? Can we externalize in that way and say that the challenges that we're having, feeling bad, feeling rejected, feeling uncomfortable, is down to our partner? Because I guess the issue with that is that when you think about it, you can't control someone else's behavior, particularly their unconscious reactions. So if we're relying on them to behave a certain way for us to feel good, then it's not a great situation to be in.
Exactly, and if you are in a place of victimhood, if you're feeling like you are the victim because you're feeling bad because your partner is doing this or not doing that, then you feel powerless. But when you take the ownership of the problem, then you suddenly become empowered, and then there's something that you can do.
So here's the question: what can you do to take responsibility? So if we start from the point of view that our emotional state and our feeling in the relationship is down to us, then what can we do to put ourselves back in the driving seat? So let's say we speak to our partner and encourage them to come with us to work on the relationship. Now, if they don't want to do that, if they decide that they're not ready, it's not the moment, maybe they think the problem's all on your side, what is that telling you about the relationship or the feeling in the relationship?
That's right. And another important question is, how have you told her? Have you asked her to fix the relationship, offering her support to fix, to help her to overcome her challenge? How have you done it, from your heart or from your mind? From your mind, blaming her because you're feeling bad in the relationship, or from your heart, acknowledging and recognizing how hard her challenge is for her?
So here's the thing: when we're ready to change, we've got an opportunity to grow, but it's quite rare that somebody else trying to incite us to change is going to bring us to that point any more quickly. Ultimately, we're likely to have to continue to following that pattern
That's right.
until we ourselves are ready to deal with it. We've
That's
got
right.
to see things differently ourselves, and who knows what it's going to be the trigger that's going to bring that. But as I say, it's very unlikely that being prodded or pushed by your partner to get to that point is going to bring you there any quicker.
No,
In
we
fact,
resist to
it's
change.
more likely to be the other way around. It's more likely to actually make people hold on for longer to the challenge that they've got. So again, we come back to the question: how can we ourselves take responsibility for the experience that we're having in the relationship?
That's right. And the question is, how have you contributed to create this situation? And what can you do now? And how long can you keep up with this problem in your relationship? Because ultimately, it doesn't depend on you. You can't change your partner. What can you change?
So that's what we wanted to share. We hope that's been useful. You know where we are. We'd love to hear about your stories, challenges, and if we can be of support, you know where we are.